Yes, that's right. The age of the ninja is over. What's up, guys? I'm Lester here, and I'm back with Boruto content. I don't even know why I'm saying I'm back because I don't even really do that much Naruto content. But if you did not know, I do plan on covering Naruto content on this channel, and I have in the past, like 3 or 4 times. And my last Naruto video was like a half a year ago or like 5 months ago. I don't know. I mean, I plan to do Naruto videos, but the thing is, I just like Shippuden. I watch it, and now I'm actually to the end. Like now, I just recently started watching it again. I was just getting, Shippuden just doesn't interest me as much as Dragon Ball Z. The thing with Dragon Ball Z is it always just keeps me busy. Shippuden is not like that. Like sometimes I get so bored that I don't even watch. You guys know what I'm talking about, the fillers. But now is the perfect chance to do a Naruto video because everyone's going crazy over this new episode, including me, of Boruto. Not technically Naruto, but Naruto the Next Generation, containing Shippuden, as Naruto is married now with Hinata, and we saw this in the movie. Even though this takes I think 2 or 3 years before the movie. That's kind of like Dragon Ball Super here. I mean, Dragon Ball Super was a new cartoon of the Dragon Ball series, and it's just like that. And they repeated the 2 movies, and in this they're repeating this movie, the Boruto movie too. So it's kind of the same deal. But to me, I guess it doesn't really matter because this first episode just took everything away. It was so damn good, especially the starting. Actually, the starting was the main highlight. Oh my god, that scene looks so good with Kawaki and Boruto. It was a batch that is like the best way to start off like an anime, that really hooks the attention of the audience. I already saw the manga like 3 or 4 months ago when it came out, but I didn't read all of the manga chapters, the new ones, but I've read the first manga chapter, so I know about this Kawaki and Boruto and how it starts off with their fight. And it's like, I think Boruto's in his late teens, so like 16, 17, 18. I think he's bigger than 16 because by their voices, like Kawaki's voice was really heavy, so I think they're like close to 20, maybe 21, somewhere there. Doesn't matter because then Boruto, after this beautiful scene, this scene, I just can't get over it. The animation was done, the art style, whatever you want to call it, was done so beautifully that like these guys are just standing on the broken Hidden Leaf Village, like the destroyed, totally crapped out Hidden Leaf Village. Like no one's ever done this. Like the pain attack was actually the only attack that really trashed the Hidden Leaf Village, but this was even worse than that. Like the Hokage's faces were all gone, and like Boruto and Kawaki are just standing on the freaking 7th Hokage's face, like all destroyed. Like they don't give a shit. Like this is going crazy, guys. I know I'm cussing, but when I get excited, and boy am I excited right now. This episode was crazy, guys. I don't even know what to say. I mean, maybe this whole episode wasn't like the best of the best, but it was pretty good. Like the whole time the animation was good, but the start of the episode just like can't get over it. The way Boruto and Kawaki looks so savage. I mean, Kawaki looks pretty damn cool too. I mean, even though Sasuke looks the coolest to me, but Boruto looked hella cool with those cuts and stuff, man, looking like a real badass, man. Boruto with that look, that 20-year-old. I mean, Boruto was this dumb 12-year-old kid in the movie who just likes wearing new fashion clothes and stuff, not like old-fashioned stuff. But boy, he's changed. Like in that scene right there with Kawaki, he had cuts and stuff, and he's like, "I'm a ninja." You never thought you see Boruto saying that. Enough with that. I know I can't get over the scene. Now let's talk about the rest of the episode, because Boruto is like, now this is like several years before this, and now we go back to when Boruto was a kid, because this is that scene with Kawaki is when he's like 20 something. So now he's like, let's go back several years when things actually started, and they're gonna lead up to the events. How they're gonna show you how it's a different start, but I guess interesting. Like I like it better, I guess, because with that way with Kawaki's fight and Boruto's fight was like a really great start to start off the anime. So this is different. Like they're starting off first showing you what's gonna happen later on, a big event, and then the small events leading to it. And in this first episode, Boruto, it starts off with Boruto just running around, and it kind of reminds me of the first episode of Naruto, where Naruto is running around throwing paint, but obviously Boruto's not really hated. He's with Shikamaru's kid, and they're just running around. We saw this in the trailer, even though I didn't make a trailer reaction video, but I did watch it. Obviously, I'm really excited for this scene, so I watched it. Obviously, everyone's watched it, obviously. And we had Boruto and Shikadai just running, and then Boruto just being silly. He's like, oh, I gotta get going, and he's like, I gotta get going, I have to go, and then Shikadai is like, why? Like, is this serious? What's the deal? And Boruto's like, I have to go. Like, this is serious. You don't understand. And then it's just a burger that he had to buy. Boruto being silly and all. And then uh, Boruto and Shikadai are talking, and they're just talking about how Shikadai just starts talking about how Boruto needs to get more serious, and they're gonna be joining the academy. He needs to get more serious, get grown up, and stop embarrassing like his dad by doing all these silly pranks and stuff. And Shikadai reminds me a lot of Shikamaru. He's just like Shikamaru. Shikamaru was always serious, guiding people, and like a nice friend, and he guided people. Yeah, so like that was kind of like, I liked it, like the way Shikamaru's son Shikadai was just like it reminded me of Shikamaru, and he was telling him not to mess up and not to get Naruto's name dragged all over the village by his dumb 10-year-old kid, as he is, I think, in 10, 8 or 9 actually. So then on the way home, Boruto meets this nerd type kid who's getting bullied by this gang. His name is Denki, and I have predictions for him. I think he's gonna be a really important character in this series. I know it's kind of weird, a nerd. I mean, this guy is totally a loser, one of those losers that he didn't know any ninjutsu, and he's getting bullied by these guys, and Boruto just steps in kind of with a cool entrance. I'm kind of actually amazed. I thought Boruto didn't really know that much ninjutsu, like in the movie, and this is even before the movie, and in that he had to use like that technology stuff to win against Shikadai and more other people too. But in this, he was doing like all shadow clones, like 4 or 5 shadow clones, and beating this gang like there's nothing. He just like runs away from them with this Dinky kid. I don't know if I'm kind of a funny name. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but this guy's like a loser, like the typical loser in every cartoon. He's just getting bullied by these guys, and Boruto saves him, and they kind of become friends. And then he thanks Boruto, and his story is that his dad was I guess a respected ninja from the 4th grade ninja war. He really got famous there, and then now he started this new company. I don't know what that was all about. I wasn't paying attention to that, but his dad is like owns this huge company, and he expects his son Dinky to like grow up to be a responsible shinobi, and he wants him to learn ninjutsu. That's why Denki's also going to be going to the academy, but Denki's a nerd, so he doesn't really want to go to the academy. Sorry if I'm talking too fast. I'm just I haven't done reviews, especially Naruto ones, for a while. So Denki doesn't want to be a ninja, and Boruto kind of agrees. He's like, yeah, then me, I never really listened to my father, and maybe you shouldn't either. Like, he's like just forget about him, like just own him or something. And I'm like, Boruto, man, Denki, you need to get away from this kid. This Boruto kid is a bad example for you. Boruto, what are you doing winning kids here? I mean, you and your dad don't get along doesn't mean you don't need to tell other kids to not get along with their fathers. But Denki's father was kind of a serious guy. He was abusing this kid, man. Like, he was slapping him, and like he's just like, you have to be strong no matter what. You have to take responsibility for what is gonna come when you're big. And Denki's like, okay, so I just have to be strong, right? Like, this kid's just getting like frustrated. He's like, okay, I'll get strong, show you guys. And then later on this episode, he gets possessed by some kind of like snake type spirit, and this spirit like makes him mad. The interesting thing I want to talk about is, and the only kind of thing that was important, Dinky, when he's possessed by this thing, like, he has this purple aura around him, and it's making him evil. And I've heard that this aura, whatever possession spirit, is gonna come back later on some episodes and control other people. But especially with Denki, it's kind of weird, because I feel like whenever Boruto has this weird relation with this spirit, like there's something behind that we don't know. Because when Boruto was seeing Denki with the spirit and like that aura around him, guess what? Yes, I don't know you guys saw it if you watched the episode. It was all over. Everyone's talking about it. Boruto unlocked like the Tenseigan or the Byakugan. I don't exactly remember what the Tenseigan is. I'm not really the really like the deep Naruto guy. I mean, I am a huge fan, but I don't know everything. So I know the Tenseigan has something to do with the Byakugan. It's like a strong version of the Byakugan where you just don't really need to do anything, and you just like smack stuff like with kind of like tail beast power. And that was interesting. But then rest of the episode not really that interesting. It's just Boruto saving Denki from those kids and getting him back to normal and getting him out of this possession space. And then they go to everyone's there at the academy ceremony. Everyone's just there, and Boruto and Denki are the only ones not there. And then they make a hell of a cool entrance, and Boruto comes with that bus, smacking into the seventh Hokage's face. And I'm like, oh my god, like Boruto did that on purpose, trying to make cool entrance, especially on his dad's face, smashing it. Everyone's just like, oh my god, this kid. And everyone's just like, oh, some people actually like it's cool, but then Naruto's like, seriously, come on, you're embarrassing me. And then Konohamaru's also there. Konohamaru's not really Boruto sensei right now. Boruto's only in the academy, but he did become I think he recently just became a sensei, and now he's not just like he was like, don't call me Konohamaru, bro. I'm a sensei now, and he's gonna be Boruto's sensei as we know in the movie. And this is where kind of the episode where it ends. Boruto makes his entrance and everyone's there, all the kids are there, having this ceremony. And then later on we see Shikamaru and Naruto. Yeah, that's something, Shikamaru's and Naruto's interaction, I still like it, just like the movie, like the way Shikamaru is supporting Naruto. And Naruto is really looking depressed in the movie, the Naruto the Boruto movie, and in this, like, all this paperwork's making this guy really depressed. Like, his face looks like he's gone through hell of a lot of stuff. And but we did see him smile when Shikamaru told him, after all this damage that Boruto did, he's still, a good kid. He made the Denki kid realize and change. Denki at the end of the episode actually said, I like ninjutsu, yeah. And now I guess his dad's gonna be proud of Denki just because of Boruto. So Boruto, with all the shit he does, he actually also does some good stuff. So there you go, a plus for Boruto. And that's where the episode kind of ends. And obviously Boruto, even though he's saving other people and making them better, he still doesn't really care about his father. At the end of the episode, he's like, I'm gonna walk my own path that's gonna be different from my dad's path, because this is my story, and you better get it right. This is Boruto's story, not Naruto. This is Boruto episode 1. And guys, that's pretty much it for me. This video is getting, like, I think it's already 11 minutes or so. So I guess that's it for me, and hope you enjoyed my first review. I will probably be doing these weekly reviews now. Like, next week I'll do episode 2s, and maybe there's some boring episodes I might not, but for right now what I have planned is I'm going to do weekly reviews. And as with this, I'm still continuing my Dragon Ball reviews. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode. But boy, that scene, man, like Kawaki's Boruto, guys, just smash the like button and subscribe if you were hyped for that scene. That scene was beautiful. Peace out.